and then the Twitch V-neck.
They got Twitch snapbacks out here, baby.
Yep, and a Twitch V-neck, so we can look pop punk while we're playing our games.
What the fuck?
How about they give me a Twitch paycheck? That's all I care about.
Hey,
I'm trying to get one, but I don't stream enough.
I mean,
He's a beamer now.
I mean,
although Travis Strikes Again might be a stream game if I'm not finished with Monster Hunter.
finished Monster Hunter.
I was gonna.
Well, at least do the like main missions and shit.
I was gonna stream Monster Hunter 3, but like after some thinking about it, I'm like, nah, I just want to enjoy that game. Don't bother me.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like with Monster Hunter, I was just like, I'm not gonna stream it because I'm not the best at Monster Hunter, and I'm actually enjoying this one, so I want to enjoy it at my own pace. That's why I don't feel like I only like streaming multiplayer games half the time. And honestly, that's the way you get more clout on Twitch is if you find a multiplayer game you fuck with and play it.
Oh yeah, fuck all this dumb shit. Let's get into it. Welcome to Usual Suspects Podcast for January 11th. I almost said 1/11/2019. I ain't gonna do that. January 11th, 2019. I'm your host, Sentry, also known as Senior Speaking Spell. Also known as Pillsbury Doughboy, also known as Hardhead's new manager, because Hardhead be wilding out in these streets, and somebody got to protect him from himself. I'm gonna let the cast introduce themselves in a second. However, I got one piece of bullshit I got to address, which is this: I need all of y'all who watch the podcast, all of y'all faithful viewers, all of y'all who support us, to leave a like on the video. I'm not asking a lot from y'all. Just leave a like. It helps us out. It helps get us popping so we can get people on here. I want to get some devs on here one day.
Yo, who's playing Breath of the Wild right now?
Whoever playing Breath of the Wild, stop this, please.
Hey, turn that game off, dog.
Turn it down. No, don't turn it off. Just turn it down.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Guilty.
I bet you it's Strat, though. I know it. I know what that is.
Strat gonna hit us with the camera off, mic muted like ULTG. But now let's introduce the I should say the round table for tonight. We're gonna start from where? We're gonna start from the left side, Strat.
What's up, guys? I forgot how to do this, but my name is Strat.
Okay. Gang?
Oh, what's up, y'all? Game inspection. Real big Kingdom Hearts guy. Happy to be here.
Boo.
Hard lid.
Hey. Hush.
Ooh-wee.
Why you gonna do it?
What happened?
Intro, mother.
Oh, hi, my name is Hardhead. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Make sure you please hit the like button for us. Thank you.
God damn it.
You don't even get the ooh wee no more. It's fucked.
It don't exist no more.
It's left here.
Let me find out you do that when you go on press start again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man. Nigga.
Huh?
Intro, baby.
What'd you say now?
Intro, baby.
Wait, what's the intro?
Do your intro, you goddamn Xbox nerd.
Man.
Oh, man.
Oh, I thought he was about to say something else.
What's good,
Sentry,
everybody?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jigga.
What's good, everybody? It's Jigga.
Casual Jigga, dog.
Nah, man, I'm not casual no more.
He
dog.
upgraded.
He hardcore. he hardcore jigging now. What you was about to say, Harry?
You don't want me to turn my camera on today, okay?
I wasn't gonna tell you to.
Yeah, he got a wife beater on.
Yeah. He's got like.
What is going on, everybody? It is the Melodic Punk, and unlike everybody else in the podcast and my personality in general, I will never change on you. So you can count on that right now. And also, shout out to Ubisoft support, because not only did they fix my issue of giving me my copy of Starlink Battle for Atlas digitally, but they're also sending me a physical copy to replace the one that was supposed to be in the collector's edition on Switch. So very happy to have great customer service.
Your game had a collector's edition?
Yeah, I got the Star Fox one.
What kind of fucking,
It was like $22 on Newegg, so I was like, I might as well go ahead and pick it up instead of buying it for $70.
Taladia.
Yo, this is your boy Taladia plays, and unlike these guys, I'm the one and only that flipping is true to you guys. Talks about video games, about comic books, and all that. Make sure you leave a like on the podcast as well, and subscribe to the Usual Suspect podcast too.
What's up with all this smoke?
I don't know.
I really don't understand where it's coming from. Like, if y'all want to say something, be straight up about it. Don't be throwing no shit.
We're not being serious about it. We're just like everybody's changing up
I'm
their
trying to
intros
eat
and
some
stuff.
snacks. If y'all got smoke, y'all gonna have to wait.
I feel like somebody coming at me, dog. Do I have to get
I
this?
felt attacked. You know
I'm
what
gonna have to
I'm
get the
talking about?
chopper out.
I think y'all are being
Spray,
sensitive.
Oh
dog. I'm gonna
man.
have to get the chopper out and let it spray, dog.
Oh shit! Just calm down. But let's get to these topics. First and foremost, Hardhead, you know your favorite game after PUBG?
Oh man,
Red Dead Redemption 2 has now gotten a battle royale mode. Did you play it yet?
I suggest that nobody plays it.
But you still play it though.
He tried it out.
I
I think
just
it was
tried it out.
Yeah.
But if you hate the fucking game, stop playing it.
Who said I hated the game?
Everybody in this community is talking shit about Red Dead Online, but you all are still playing it.
Who said I still play Red Dead Online?
You tweet about it all the time.
I made one tweet. What are you talking about?
Ooh.
Man, let's just move on.
What?
Anybody else play Red Dead Online?
I haven't
Nope.
even played
I
Red
hate,
Dead.
I'll be honest.
Trash.
I never played the Red Dead Online because it was not worth my time and effort.
Interesting.
Even though I've got the Red Dead game, Red Dead 2, I'm not playing the online. Fuck
I said
that.
if I wanted to play Red Dead, it would have to be a PC version because I'm not playing no console version of that game.
Oh man, that sounds like damage control to me, dog.
No.
No, it's all about the mods, bro. It's all about them
Nah, it's
No,
all
it's more about the
damage
fact the game
control,
functionally has issues I'm not dealing with on console.
Damage control.
But I don't even have it on. Excuse me.
I'm just joking, man. Chill, B. Chill.
Hey, who you yelling at?
Man, what happened when I was?
But no,
gone?
yeah, I can understand
I'm
people.
so aggressive.
I can understand people waiting for it to come to PC because it's like that's gonna be the best version.
Yeah.
So,
Like I
I
have
mean,
the X,
I
but I
couldn't
might
wait.
just wait till PC for it.
I couldn't wait, bro. I had to play it, and I was disappointed. In, man.
Not to mention when Red Dead came out, I was playing like a bunch of games, so like I didn't add anything else to it.
Oh man, all right. So nobody's gonna play Red Dead Online again, all right?
No, probably.
I
you
better
should
not
ask
see
Red
you play
Hood.
Red Dead
You
Online.
should ask Red Hood when he jumps on.
When they come out with more story missions, maybe, but until then,
Like if they do a battle with Gay Tony or something like that for Red Dead, I'd be all right with it. But
You must not know Rockstar don't do nothing unless it make money. That ain't make no money.
well, no shit.
I
It's wishful
mean,
thinking.
they could still do it and still have the online, like
They just don't want to do it.
like do the story stuff to get people back into the online. Like they can do that, like instead of having to like, like incorporate the online, make it like the online stuff like better story wise. Like that shit was trash.
Understandable. Next topic is Activision names Call of Duty head Robert Kotick as the new president of Activision, not Activision Blizzard, which is the parent company.
Damn, what's the name?
Anybody interested about this? Because all I can say is they done lost a bunch of people the last calendar year.
That's their
Turns
fault
up
for fucking over
executives.
people.
Bro, I was like, one executive left for Netflix and then came back. Another one going to Netflix. A couple people that quit. I'm like, what the fuck going on in Activision, baby?
Well, I can tell you one thing: Activision has lost a lot in the last 48 hours.
Hey, we gonna get to that. But yeah, that happened. Anybody else want to add anything before we move on to the next topic?
No,
Hopefully the next Call of Duty is gonna sell.
I mean, this one sold pretty well.
Yeah.
No,
It wasn't bad, but like,
is that
but the thing is like they're fucking spoiled. They sit there and say like, oh well, Destiny has sold quite a bit, but we're not satisfied with it. We're gonna need you all to monetize the game a bit more. And then Bungie came out and was like, "Fuck you, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go on our own."
Oh man, y'all really believe in that Bungie fucking went along with that shit, bro.
Who playing Red Dead?
Until the game started dying, then they were like, oh shit, we fucking up our game. Let's
We gonna get to that. We
let's
gonna get to
separate
that.
that.
Hold on, we gonna get to that. But moving on from that, Nintendo Switch online games for January: Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Blaster Master, which sounds wild if you say that backwards.
Master Blaster.
If you say it 10 times fast, see what happens. That they will be joining Adventures of Lolo, Balloon Fight, I almost said basketball, baseball, Donkey Kong, Double Dragon, Dr. Mario SP, Excite Bike, and a bunch of other shit.
Fucking Nintendo Online.
Oh
Anybody else
man.
on the Switch gonna be getting these titles?
I already have Zelda 2 on the original NES cartridge, and I have it on Virtual Console. I don't have any intention on playing that on Switch. And after this year, if they do not improve that online, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing that online anymore. I'm so sick of it.
Oh man, you sick of it, huh?
Yeah. Like, because they're not providing what people want. And it's funny because, like, they uploaded that video updating the games that were going to be on there. It still got more dislikes than likes. It's like, if you all can't fucking see what's the problem, then why should I support you?
Understandable. Anybody else with a Switch gonna buy this other than Melodic, who's probably gonna clap Nintendo next time he gets a chance?
No, I'm good.
Nah, I'm not a Switch fan, so
Understandable.
And I'm only criticizing them because I love Nintendo, but
Game inspection. Strat.
No.
Bro, y'all spooky. Y'all some fake Nintendo supporters.
Just like on my fake Xbox land, Jigga.
Oh man, if you don't buy everything they make, you a fake dog.
Understandable. Have a blessed day. Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo came out. I have it downloaded. Haven't played it yet. Anybody downloaded and played it yet?
I played it last
No,
night.
I
I want to
played
try
the
the
game.
PC
I'm
version.
not touching that game. I'm too scared of that.
Oh man, Talati, you
It
a
don't
whoop.
even seem like that scary of a game though. Like,
It really isn't.
Like now, from what I've heard, and that is apparently is a little bit scary.
It gets scary when you're about to run out of ammo.
No, it's scary how they designed freaking Mr. X. That man popped the corner with that top hat on. I was like, yeah, we out. Nah, dog, this ain't it.
Oh man, Hardhead's got his camera on.
But I'm about to I'm gonna get that game on, or I'm gonna demo the game on Steam. I tried it on the
Yeah.
X last night, but it's not bad. I enjoy it. I don't know if it'll be a day one just because of all the new games coming out, and I'm trying to go one at a time this year because I'm actually wanting to try to enjoy and beat more games this year.
Okay. Big goals, big goals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can only play the game for 30 minutes. I almost forgot about that little asterisk. The little.
So don't die.
So if you die, well, you fuck.
Yeah. You just waste time if you die.
That's what you get.
Speaking of Capcom, Dragon's Dogma Dog Arisen, which is the complete version of the game, not Dragon's Dogma without a subtitle, is going to be making its way to the Switch. I don't remember when is exactly like its release month or date, but it's coming out in the spring.
I honestly never heard of that game before, but it kind of looks cool.
What? That shit fucking flames.
It looks really good.
I implore anybody to try Dragon's Dogma. That game is very good.
I might pick it up.
They don't hold your hand. The combat's fun.
no, I bought the Xbox. I didn't like it.
So it's basically Breath of the Wild before Breath of the Wild.
I feel like that's not a very comparable comparison. But I would say I would liken it more towards Dark Souls in the sense that the open world is there's quests, but the quests are actually quests. There's stuff you can do, areas you can explore. There's I would liken it closer to Dark Souls than not Dark Souls. But there is a penalty to dying, for sure.
Well, I'll definitely check it out.
What was I about to say? I was on my list of topics. Oh, okay, we're getting to the NVIDIA shit. So NVIDIA is dropping new budget-conscious chips like the RTX 2060 and some other cards, and they're opening up G-Sync to other monitors, so they're going to be using FreeSync. So,
Wait, did you just say budget? That shit's fucking expensive, bro.
Budget conscious. I didn't say budget like budget. Budget
Not budget conscious, bro. It's like what for $350, bro? That's a lot.
Yo, can somebody turn down their game, please?
Hey, Strat, don't make me get the belt, dog.
I'm very happy you're playing Breath of the Wild, but turn it down a bit, my man.
Even though you did the same thing last podcast. I guess.
Oh
No,
my
I
god,
had
with
Smash
y'all,
Brothers turned down.
oh my, I'm done. I'm talking.
I had Smash turned down. The only thing you could hear
Oh,
was my
man.
controller.
Yeah,
Children,
I'm
man,
muting myself.
y'all really made you.
I'm not telling them to stop playing. I'm just saying turn the volume down.
I'm just gonna move past that. Who's gonna buy one of these budget monitors? Because
Budget monitors?
yo,
What,
I
with the
thought one of them
HD
was like $5,000.
listen, I'm going by what NVIDIA said. They said budget conscious. If that's what they said, who like listen, I'm just reading what they told me on the fucking headline and what I'm reading in this article, baby. That's all.
I thought you said
What
the
does-
cards were budget, not the monitors.
No, both of them. They said they're releasing cheaper monitors.
Well, they are goddamn liars.
Hey,
Yeah, that's true. Melodic is true. He's telling the truth.
hey, I'm
$5,000 for a fucking 32-inch monitor.
listen. Apparently, for some people, that's 5,000 well spent dollars.
I don't see how you can think that, but that's weird.
Hey,
Like, for me personally, as a streamer and a YouTuber, like $5,000 on a monitor, it's not even worth it, to be honest with you. You can get a better one for like, and a more like a really good one, like Sony or some other make. You know, you can actually get more cheaper than NVIDIA, to be honest with you.
I mean, shit, at that point, I would say, fuck it. I'll deal with the input lag and play on a damn TV if I'm really trying to play on a 40-inch screen.
wait,
Yeah.
what is this? I ain't played on TV in years. I ain't going back. But yeah, that's what they. Well, that's not the end of our NVIDIA topics, but that's the one for right now. The Walking Dead final season's third episode got a title on the trailer. Did anybody watch the trailer, by the way, or do y'all not care about The Walking Dead anymore?
I don't care about
No,
the
I
fucking
don't give
Walking
it.
Dead.
I don't give two shits about it.
It's run its course for me. So
They ran the. Where were you done, Jigga? Where were you done?
first season,
First season. Oh, you didn't care about anything after the first season?
nope.
Man, you said as soon as Lee died, you was like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, it was good enough. Like they should just left it there, bro. Like,
But yeah,
everything after that just for like a long filler episode.
understandable, but the name of the episode is called Broken Toys. It'll drop on the 15th, so next week on, I believe, Tuesday. Yes, that is Tuesday. And that is your, I think that's, I don't know how many episodes in the seasons. Don't quote me on that, guys. I think it's 5, maybe 6. I'm not sure. But yeah. It is what it is. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is, why is my Discord fucking up? There we go. Nintendo president thinks the company should move beyond consoles.
I think a lot of people are going way out of hand with what he said. Well, let me find the exact quote real quick. And, like, people are really like thinking like, oh well, they could be moving away. Like the key word is could. Like the Switch is doing fine right now. There's no reason to think that they could be doing this. They say perhaps they could be going over. And it's basically just talking about like how technology advances and how Nintendo wants to innovate on their next platform. So a lot of people just need to take all this shit with a huge grain of salt.
No, this how they innovate. Go to PC. Facts. I'm never gonna let that die.
It would be okay if they went to PC. I ain't gonna lie, but you know, I think like there's no reason to like speculate too much on this because right now the Switch is doing fine, so there's no reason to worry about going mobile.
Got it. But anywho, anybody got any comments about what this man just said about this Nintendo? Them moving on? Him being
No.
Yeah, they're definitely not leaving
The
consoles.
exact quote is, in the long term, perhaps our focus as a business could shift away from home consoles. Flexibility is just as important as ingenuity. So take it for what it is. A lot of the articles are just mainly focusing on, oh, they could be going away. I'm like, perhaps.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tropico 6 got delayed into March. Has anyone played a Tropico game other than me? I'm asking.
Nope.
Hardhead, Tropico, baby.
Yeah, I played it before.
Which ones?
5.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, wait a minute. You said you like it. Who'd you side with?
Oh man, I
fucking
only played it a little bit because I just wanted to see how it compared to what's the other for Civ and shit. So I couldn't tell you what I really did as long ago as that shit was.
It's different from Civ. I feel like if you compare it to Civ, that's a bit much.
It's fair. Stop acting like it's not, though. They're the same
Civ?
genre.
There's a lot more city building going on in Tropical than there is in Civ.
So would you call it more of a
I would
Skylines?
yeah, that would be a fair comparison.
I want to try City Skylines.
Oh man, City Skylines is pretty alright in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bond be talking like it's the best game of all time.
For Bond it might be, but then again, Bond called another man Big Dick Nick, so I don't know. That's wild shit. Shout out to Black Bond. What was I about to say? Okay, so next topic after that. Devil May Cry 5 details say that the game may last 15 to 16 hours, if not 20, and it also has hidden weapons.
And why are people bitching about the hours?
I sincerely don't know. Devil May Cry 4 is like 20, 25 hours at best. And in that game, you repeat the same 3 bosses at least 3 times.
I have yet to go through the Devil May Cry series. I'm planning on buying them on PC or on console, whichever's cheaper. But going from like games that are similar to it, like Bayonetta, like, do you really want to play a 100-hour action game hitting the X button like fucking 1 million times? Do you really want to make your game drag on for that long? Think about it. Like,
I mean,
did you forget how Diablo started out? Like,
but that's Diablo. We're talking about action games like Diablo and Bayonetta. But there's no reason for. There's not really a thing to complain about.
As long as the game has different characters and the encounters are replayable enough that I get enough out of it, I don't.
Yeah, like those games are built for replayability, not to like just have one grand adventure on.
I feel like a lot of people have forgotten what Devil May Cry specialty is, but that's just me. But then again, I think most of these people say Bayonetta, and then I look at them crazy because I'm like, y'all might be Kamiya stands, and I don't know if I can rock that.
Bayonetta is not that bad.
Compared to Devil May Cry, it's not as good.
I mean, yeah, I haven't played Devil May Cry yet, but Bayonetta is not that bad.
Well, one's not that bad. I can't speak for 2.
2 is actually, I think 2 is better than 1.
Yikes! You got it. We're gonna move on to some slander. Wait a minute, hold on. Where am I talking? Okay, yeah, definitely. It's time for slander. So, Hardhead, you like Borderlands, right?
Oh man.
yeah, I like Borderlands stuff.
So, if y'all can recall, Randy Pitchford sued, I think it was late last year. He was in a lawsuit about some other stuff. Well, today, the former general counsel of Gearbox Studios and Randy Pitchford is suing Randy Pitchford, and I think Gearbox. I'm not sure if Gearbox is part of the lawsuit. He is suing them, saying that Pitchford is doing a bunch of fuck shit, and also that he took a secret $12 million bonus from the publisher Take-Two Interactive as an advance, and there was a bunch of shit. Also, Hardhead, what else did he say that Randy Pitchford did? I don't want to. Oh, this one is.
They call child porn on his flash drive.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
shit.
Oh, God.
Information and belief. Randy Pitchford's USB drive also contained Randy Pitchford's personal collection of underage pornography.
Whoa. Just 49 seconds ago, he tweeted, and his tweet is this: as the day progresses, I'm discovering who my friends are. Thank you for your love and support. I'm just going to try and focus on my work and trust that truth and justice will prevail with the courts. Oh, shit.
Who said that? Randy Pitchford?
Mm-hmm.
That shit might be true if he tweeting like that.
I mean, if he...
No, he's going.
Wait, hold on. There's a whole fucking... This is what the article said. Several hours after the publication of this story, Ars Technica tracked down the Magic podcast on which Pitchford had appeared last year, and around the same time, a Gearbox spokesperson also emailed the podcast to Kotaku. In an episode that went live on December 22nd, the day after the lawsuit was filed, Pitchford told his version of the USB stick story. For the first time, he said, Pitchford described his enjoyment of cam girl pornography, in which a woman streams live erotic content and explained that he had saved a porn video of a cam girl on a memory stick before it was lost. It was a woman masturbating, Pitchford said. And when she has some experience that appears that she has an orgasm, and a huge amount of fluid comes. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Damn, they describe that shit to a T.
This is not a sex worker. This is a fucking magician, he added, saying he had purchased one of her videos and put it on a USB stick. Some kid, an employee on the Medieval Times, discovered the memory stick, took it home, and accessed it because it was before we were password protected and discovered secrets of my company and future games and development. And also discovered the pornography, and it was barely legal porn. The cam girl was only 18. Wait, so she was 18.
She was 18.
She was 18, but still.
Oh my god.
That's still an L, my boy. God.
Oh my god, that's just
that shit's crazy.
No, that's just fucked up because, it's like you let a kid fucking have.
She's 18. She made her own decision.
I mean, that's
not 18. That's over 18.
I mean, if she's 18, then it's
she
legal.
18. That's not the issue. We talking about the fact that the underage kid get their hands on this.
That's what
No. Why is he getting in trouble for the fucking thieving little kid?
Yeah, I'm sorry. From what I can tell, the kid just jacked it from him. He just got robbed.
Yeah, basically, it's like that. Somebody need to tell a kid to keep his hand to himself. Don't be touching people's stuff.
No, but that's
the kid didn't even work. The kid didn't even work for Gearbox. He worked for the Medieval Times, and he stole it.
Okay,
you don't even know where the shit that USB has been.
Hold on. This is also apparently
to it.
His former lawyer apparently also accuses Pitchford of holding parties in which adult men have reportedly exposed themselves to minors for the amusement.
Okay.
I think that's.
Wait, you said a lawyer said this?
Yeah, the former lawyer of Gearbox and Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, this is what Pitchford said. The attacks made by my former friend or colleague have no basis in reality or law. He is simply trying to shake me down for money. We will win, but because lawsuits are pending, I cannot comment as much as I'd like. I'm shocked by his lies. Thank you for your love and support.
Damn, this is looking spooky, dog.
All I know,
this is just crazy because a minor saw pornography, and B.
Wait, well, no, I mean that's not a big of a deal because
that's kids normal here in America.
Kids got the internet, bro. I'm sorry.
For us, like here in Britain, you could easily get locked up and shit for shit like that.
That's not his fault. He got robbed.
Here's my thing. I'm not holding that part. It's just the fact that it's like if this shit is true, my boy, your
company's good. Your company's.
I mean, I feel like the company's already boned because of like the fact that apparently he took a secret $12 million payoff. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I mean, that part supposedly fake too. So,
I mean, if anybody
I'm trying to get a new Duke Nukem game, they
it's fake news, guys.
Hold on. But my thing is, if anybody would know that's the truth, it would be his wife.
It would be him. Oh man.
No, it would be his lawyer because his lawyer would have to know. Because remember, you have a confidentiality agreement with your lawyer. They can never snitch on that unless like subpoenaed by law.
Well, was he subpoenaed?
No, but it's like
if he's not subpoenaed, can he? Well,
remember, if he's in this case, he could use that.
No, but here's the thing, though. With
he has to prove it with evidence, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, without proof of evidence and all of that, then you could go.
I still feel like this shit's spooky, but this is fucking.
Yeah, this is just spooky as it's spooky. So.
Look, we don't have to wait for the evidence, like people were saying with the Jared, and it was like, oh no, he's not doing it. Also, like, yep, he actually did do it, like, bro.
It is what it is. So
Helios, we're not crump side. What are you talking about?
He got that time out. Stop that. We're gonna move on to the thing that everybody wants to talk about in here. Hardhead probably about to go to war with somebody. I'm just gonna chill in the corner and laugh at this shit.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
And I will pick out and tell y'all what y'all have wrong and what y'all have right. But more than so it's 5:28. So over 24 hours ago, Bungie and Activision split up their publishing deal over Destiny, in which Bungie retains ownership of the IP. What? Okay, let me
wait.
Let me be sure.
Strat.
Let me be sure. I don't want Strat to get caught out here.
Y'all heard that?
Slipping, bro.
Oh man, he was talking to a broad dog.
That's wild. But yeah, so Activision split with Bungie. Bungie retains the Destiny IP and some other stuff. we kind of talked about this before the podcast, but just to clear something up, y'all, Bungie has been independent as a developer since 2007. So please stop with this misinformation that Bungie is independent. They've been independent. They've have had a publishing deal with Activision, meaning that Activision, for the deal of Destiny, only Destiny will be publishing Destiny and all Destiny content in terms of games. That is all.
There's a difference between an ownership and a partnership. That's all people really need to know.
Agreed.
Yes.
I mean, you should need to know that. It should be common sense.
Well, I mean, I was guilty in misunderstanding that, and I think what I meant to say more by independent was like they don't have to go through Activision for anything Destiny related.
They didn't.
I mean, Activision published the game. What are you talking about?
Only thing they had to do was follow the schedule. Other than that, everything was on them.
But Activision, there's been reports going on that Activision wanted them to monetize the game more because it wasn't doing well.
You really think?
Wait.
I mean, it happens with EA all the fucking time. So
with that
obviously
deal,
it could happen
with that deal in particular, when it comes to Destiny, both parties have to agree to have something done to the game in terms of monetization, in terms of all of that. It has to be both sides. It can't just be one side. So, in terms of that, that means Bungie and Activision both agreed to have microtransactions in the game because of what was happening with the game. It's not just one person. That's not just one party that can decide that. Bungie owns the IP. Activision gets to say because they publish the game in terms of certain areas and actually produce the CDs and stuff.
I mean, realistically, I'm not mad at the fact that they have microtransactions because, I mean, I'm not like a big Destiny fan, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's mainly cosmetics that are the only thing being monetized in the game, which if that's the case, that's fine. What I am mad about with Destiny was the original promise from the first Destiny game on how it was supposed to be a lot more ambitious, and then they just cut the story last minute, and then they wanted to split it up into expansion packs. That's my main issue with Destiny. But regardless of the merger or not, I'm not like everybody else who now all of a sudden loves Destiny, which I don't have a problem with them. I was going to go through the entire series and try the series again, regardless of the split or not. You know?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm done with that series.
But I mean, whether
you.
you like it or not, though, you should be happy that Bungie is getting away from publishing from Activision. Meaning that, I mean, because the thing is, back when they were at Microsoft, they were kind of having the issue of rushing out their games as well. Because the first two Halos, they had to be overhauled like the last year before they had to be released. So, and then whenever Microsoft was like, well, you all can continue working on Halo or you all can bounce, they decided to bounce. But now with them splitting, they actually get to keep their franchise. Like they don't have to like give it up to a publisher at all. So, it's great that Bungie retains their rights to Destiny and the fact that they can just go on and do other things. Because honestly, like if Bungie could go back to making a game like Halo Combat Evolved, not exactly like it, but go back to like a story-based like campaign type of game, I think they're better off doing that than trying to go back into the whole MMO thing.
That
That's
Bungie's
just my
gone.
case.
I still feel
that
like
Bungie don't exist no more.
I feel like Activision taking.
What'd you say, Hardhead?
I just said that Bungie doesn't exist anymore.
What do you mean they don't exist anymore?
What do you mean?
It's not the same Bungie as it used to be.
We don't know that.
If you want to
Yeah,
hold
of
them
course
to what they did back in the Xbox days and believe that's what they're capable of, go ahead.
No, we're not. I mean, let me clarify. I'm not one of these fucking retarded ass people that are saying that they're going to get back with Microsoft. I'm just saying
didn't say that though.
But the thing is you can't say that because we don't even know the next project they're going to make. We don't know if it's going to be Destiny 3 or if it's going to be a new game.
All I'm saying is that they have been doing exactly what they're capable of doing. If anything, they've been on a small leash, if any. So if y'all think that shit's just about to just skyrocket into the greatest content you ever had, no, it's really not.
Let me tell you one thing, right?
And I'll see it to believe it.
The one thing with Bungie now, because they've separated with Activision, I think this would be a full driving force for Destiny because now they've got the IP for Destiny as well. I remember telling Jigga, we were talking about this with Jigga earlier this week, that the whole Destiny thing. But it's like because they're separated and shit, I just think now it'll be more content going to be for Destiny and everything that Bungie has. with
Because
this
if there's one thing Bungie does right is community content.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
think Activision wasn't really flying with how they were doing all that stuff. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm ignorant to most of Destiny, so I'm not gonna I won't say much more about it.
Because you see, for me, I play Destiny 2, right? And I think this was a good move because I've seen this on Twitch, and it's the fact that the game was dying. Big streamers aren't playing it, and they're moving on from Destiny 2, and it's a big decline. So for them to move away and now focus on the community side of things for Bungie, and for Bungie's sake, this is actually good. This could actually produce something really good and really special.
I've been hearing Forsaken's like some of the best Destiny content out
Yeah.
there. from some people.
Forsaken just basically saved Destiny 2. That's the best way to put it.
I don't know, like my issue with Destiny, like when it came to like Destiny 2 initially at launch, because I bought the console version day one, and then I bought it on PC when it was discounted, was the base game itself is so bland, but then everybody's like, oh, we'll just wait till the expansion comes out. It's a lot better. And I'm like, why should I have to wait a full year for better game content when I should have been expecting that quality the day that I got the game?
But it's because it was Activision. Remember that Activision.
Nah, I can't put that on Activision, dog.
Yeah, because don't forget, they're not using.
Man,
I feel like
fuck
Bungie got something to do with that. I feel like
No.
Bungie got something to do with it. Like, I feel like we always put the blame on Activision. I'm pretty sure Bungie was fucking happy to go along with the
Remember
blame.
what Activision has done to previous franchises. Remember that.
Remember, they're fucking Call of Duty up right now by charging
Yeah.
$4 for Red Dot site.
Yeah, exactly. They screwed a lot of other franchises too, like Spider-Man, for instance. They screwed up that franchise on console and PC.
I mean, those were more movie tie-in games though, so it's just like,
Yeah.
obviously they're
No,
not gonna
but-
like be that big
No,
of a
but
deal.
not the movie franchise. They had like Friend and Foe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, that was some of the best
Yeah,
Spider-Man
they
games,
had
people
those
would say.
franchises, and they basically screwed those stuff up. And like right now, it's like they almost screwed over Destiny and the franchise for that. So thank God that Bungie split while they still could.
Hold on. You
And
know
like
what's
even at that though, it's just like people are saying that Activision wasn't a problem. Then how come Bungie's celebrating right now that they're split from Activision?
Because
They
nobody
weren't
wants to be
happy.
working under
They
us.
weren't happy with
it.
it. They weren't happy with the fact that Activision was running their well, not running, but like trying to move the Bungie direction.
Those
No,
people
you
have been
gotta-
unhappy
no.
for months. Anybody
You gotta
who's a fan of
understand.
Destiny knows this.
Yeah,
But you gotta understand.
and that's
they
why I
signed it.
think
They knew
that
this
now,
was, they
now
knew this
one,
was
I think
gonna
the
happen.
Destiny 2 content would be more better than what it was previously, and I think this would save the game.
So Activision does have a hand to play in this.
Yeah,
Of course. Like that,
Of course.
here's the thing. When we talk about them leaving, remember there's still 2 years on that 10-year deal and on that original variant of that contract, which is probably still for 10 years. We don't know what the revision was. We just know it's for 10 years, $500 million for the course of the whole series. They made over $1 billion with the first game and more than $725 million with Destiny 2, not counting microtransactions, DLC sales. This we know for a fact. So remember, you cannot annul a contract like that unless both sides agree.
agreed.
Yeah.
So if they annul,
Activision's not happy with the performance of the game. Bungie's not happy with the expectations of Activision, so therefore they split.
yeah, and that's the reason I'm like, anything that people thought about the contract, this, that, and they're basically in terms of Destiny, where we go from here is where we go from here, which we don't know. It's uncharted territory in terms of what they do next with it. The real question is, where are they going to get funding from for Destiny? What is the company going to look like? Are they going to lay people off? All of that jazz. Because we don't know how they work as a company outside of, we know that they're independent. We don't know what their monetary situation is like, where they get funding from. We know that they had $100 million investment from a Chinese company, which they invested $100 million just to get a seat on their board of directors. That's all we know about them.
Here's the way
That's why I'm predicting that their next game is probably not going to be as big as Destiny. It's probably going to go back to more of a single, like kind of more of a Halo-esque game.
Yeah.
Not exactly how Halo's supposed to be. Like I'm not saying, first-person shooter regardless, but they're probably going to like scale it back a little bit for their next game because
Yeah.
Destiny is like a $500 million game to make, and
Only for wait. That is
I thought it was over
That
the
was a
course of
franchise.
like a whole
that's
franchise.
over the course of 4 games.
Yeah,
That
I
was
thought
that budget was spread over the course of 10 years. That wasn't just for Destiny 1. That's for Destiny 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They made back that budget already off of the first game. They were already playing with house money. So that's the reason.
If they got to 5 within the 10 years, you
No,
know.
that's 4. They only needed 4. Like
Yeah, they only needed 4.
this is how the release structure was supposed to be. This is off of the original document, which was part of the lawsuit with the people who used to work in Infinity Ward. Destiny was supposed to follow this cycle of how they release content. Base 8, number title, DLC 1, DLC 2, common expansion, DLC 3, DLC 4, number title 2. Then continue that process. The revision came after the fact that they realized they can't put out enough content. So Destiny 2 would be basic number title, this content drop 1, content drop 2, common expansion, whatever they do after that. So that's the reason it's kind of strange because they're already 8 years through a deal and we only had 2 games. The release schedule, Destiny 2 was actually supposed to be out 2016. Not 17. They already gave them an extra year on that game. That's the reason I'm like, we have to look at both sides in this and not just one. I don't blame Activision entirely because Bungie's already had issues with getting games to be finished on time with Halo 1, 2, and 3, which pieces, if you go back and look at it, shit that was supposed to be in Halo 2 and 3, they're just now making it into Destiny, which they wanted to do a lot of those concepts for their games a long time ago. So I think there's a lot of culpability on both sides and not just one. If y'all catch what I mean.
Yeah. But I think personally they will be laying off some employees because it's because they won't be able to keep up this much people within the company, so they'll probably lay off a few people and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna lay off this people, within the structure, and we'll have to lay off this people, and they'll size it down a little bit so then they can make the next game.
And to anybody that's watching that's concerned about like Destiny 2 on PC, Blizzard's already said that Destiny is going to keep being supported on battle.net. So if you play Destiny on PC, there's no reason to worry.
I actually made the mistake saying 2 with that though. That was the curious part.
What was the curious part?
The curious part is they made the distinction of putting Destiny 2. So that means going past that, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, it's either going to go to Epic, Steam, or Bungie's going to do their own launcher if they do a new Destiny game.
I doubt they're going to do another Destiny game, man. They've already made as much money as they can. So they'll probably focus on some new IP and try and move away from this.
I think that a lot of people think they're going to move away from it. I think that Bungie's like, we're so committed to making sure, like, because this is the thing, like, they look at this as like, if we let this fail at this point, we look crap, like shitty in comparison. So they want to finish it out and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a number title, it won't be until after the next gen consoles drop. So it'll probably be either a 5 to 6 year like gap between games. I think they keep supporting Destiny 2. If there's a number title, if not, they're just going to drop content for Destiny 2 and keep pushing past that. Mm-hmm. If I had to hazard a guess on whether or not they're going to lay people off, I want to say that, they'll lay people off, but from the way that they've been talking and how big that studio is, I don't really know because of the fact that we don't know how financially solvent or solid they are. We don't know where they get money from. So it's kind of like, they're kind of like Valve in that sense. Like, we know they get money from Steam, but even before they had Steam, they were pretty financially solid. So we don't know how that works out.
I mean, instead of laying off people, they can take the Nintendo route and just give pay cuts to themselves, to the leaders, but they probably won't do that.
Here's what I think I could see the future for Bungie. They could partner up with Warner Brothers. They could partner up with Nintendo. They could partner up with Sony.
Bro, Bungie and Nintendo getting together, the world's gonna be fucking on fire.
And make what on that poverty console?
They're gonna make sex. They're gonna make sex.
Oh my god!
They are going to make sex.
But like on a serious note, right?
I would love to see Bungie and Nintendo get together.
No, because
what's that to that?
It's just the fact that I just see that Bungie going for bigger companies, bigger than Activision partnering up. I don't see them going as a solo indie as a developer of their own. I see them partnering up with Warner Brothers or Sony or whatnot, and
Sony
making.
more likely than not.
If I see Bungie partnering up in anybody, to be real with you, I can see them partnering up, being contracted to make a Marvel game for somebody.
Nah, I doubt.
we
I doubt
want
that.
Bungie to partner up with Microsoft. That's never gonna fucking happen. People stop.
No. I doubt.
I mean,
that
it already
partner
happened,
up.
so that's why it's not going to happen again.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. I don't see them partnering up for a Marvel game. I don't see that. I possibly see them doing something with DC and Warner Brothers because
Nah.
DC needs something huge.
No, the difference is with DC and Warner Brothers already have.
The fuck was that?
Bro, what the fuck?
Sorry,
was that?
that was my microphone. I had to. turn
Boy,
it
you
off.
got aliens coming home?
No,
Oh,
for some
man.
reason, my blue spark makes that sound when I turn it on.
No, but the thing is about it is DC and Warner Brothers internally have 4 game studios already, so they don't need anybody to make games for them. Marvel and Disney don't have that. That's why Capcom does Marvel vs. Capcom. That's why Insomniac did Spider-Man. That's why Ninja Theory is doing Ultimate Alliance 3. Disney doesn't have any game studios.
Marvel have actually
They used to, but they decided
but
they
they
were
got
going
rid
to
of
license
all
out
of
instead.
a lot of people don't know that Marvel have acquired a couple of more studios that nobody else knows about yet. They've only just announced one, but there has been a couple of more that I've looked into. But that's besides the point. But I think personally, though, Bungie will look into bigger publishers and look at them for for publishing their game. Because
Look.
if you look at some other developers such as what's that company that does Hitman 2?
IO Interactive.
Yeah, they got published by Warner Brothers, and before that it was somebody else. So
It was Square Enix, but in that deal, they needed someone to do production of CDs and stuff. Bungie has already stated in the release that they did yesterday that they're going to be doing self-publishing. That's the reason I find it. If they did deals with anyone, it will probably be one of the big 3 or somebody else. I don't think they go to EA or Activision again, even though the way I see it at this point is Microsoft, even though they own a minority stake in Bungie, I don't know how true that is now, but when they left originally back in 2007, that's how it was. They owned a minority stake, which probably may have been gone by 2010. Could be, I'm not sure. They may still have it. Don't quote me on any of this. I'm just speculating based off of what I recall and of what I looked up. But if they are going to be self-publishing, that's the thing that piqued my interest. They said self-publishing. So when they say that, I'm like, okay, so we just have to wait and see with a lot of this.
Yeah, I think they did that back in the day when they were making games on the Mac. So
Apple actually published a lot of their stuff, funny enough. And they also have one game they made for Rockstar, which is Oni.
I always wanted to try Oni. Yeah. Like, honestly, I think what Bungie should do, like with them being self-publishing, is they need to find their way to put their old games on PC. Because like there's like no way to like go back and play their old games unless you have the original like hardware from back in the day.
The question
and
is,
put it on Steam too. That is something they need to.
The real question is, do they own the rights? That's the entirety and the problem with a lot of this. Do they own the rights?
Yeah.
I doubt that some of the old games. I doubt they have the rights to them now. To be honest with you.
Would they be with like Apple or maybe Rockstar with Oni? That'd be like a partnership.
Rockstar owns Oni, but if we're talking about Marathon, fucking Pathways, it's like we don't know who owns the rights to those, and I don't think we'll ever find out to a degree. So it's kind of difficult to say. Yeah, it's difficult to define because it's like I will want those things. You're not wrong to want those things. I think that it's fine to have those. Also, Bungie has more than 750 employees as of 2016. That's a lot of people. I just went to look up the games they developed list. We got Minotaur, Pathways into Darkness, Marathon Durando, Marathon Infinity, Myth 2, Only they don't own. So out of Marathon, Myth, and Pathways, we don't know who owns what. Minotaur, I don't even know. But it creates a question of, okay, what are they doing? I'm going to end off the topic with this. If y'all have any last comments, y'all can say that. I'm done. Is this okay? It's a giant question mark, Bungie, other than Destiny and whatever, and what they call Matter. So Matter's a new IP. We don't know what the fuck that is. It's coming out whenever it comes out. and Destiny. That's what we know they're working on. But anybody got anything else to say about this? So we can move on.
Nope, I've said what I have to say about Destiny.
Gearbox is countersuing Sentry.
Oh boy.
Gearbox is counter.
Someone the lawyer that used to work there, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Unfucking believable.
Basically, you're suing the person that's suing you.
Yeah. Nobody else has nothing to say, so we're gonna move on to. Okay, AMD announced a new graphics card to compete with NVIDIA's higher end cards, but cheaper. I'm about to say something that needs to be said. I need people to stop blaming NVIDIA for the faults of AMD. I really truly need y'all to stop blaming.
It's AMD's fault for not wanting to try to compete
No.
with NVIDIA.
Here's my thing.
No.
If you have the ability to compete, which we see they can in the CPU market, if you have the funds to compete, there is no fucking excuse. There's none.
I mean, there's an excuse if they don't have the talent.
Other than talent, I give you talent. That's perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. But you cannot make up excuses saying why they cannot compete. Because back when the fucking 600 series came out, they fucking competed. When the 700 series was out, they competed. There's no fucking excuse. There's none. Like, I want competition in the CPU market, in the GPU market. Wanted competition because that drives prices down for all of us.
Especially against the RTX, which the RTX is just a fucking ripoff.
But you cannot make excuses for AMD this fucking long for damn near, and I mean this, 10 plus years y'all been making excuses for this fucking company. I give them.
I haven't even heard anybody make excuses.
No, there's been people making excuses for AMD. Jigga knows that the people have been doing this. They make excuses.
Like, I think we have to make for Intel, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they supposed to be making the GPU, so we might have to wait for them. Hopefully, they do it.
Yeah, but I want them to compete. This isn't me saying fuck AMD. This is me saying if this shit does not compete and it's half the price, and if it's not hitting the performance metrics that they claim it is, don't say anything. Don't say nothing at all. You know why? Because y'all were the same people that said that this was okay.
Well, I got a 1070 Ti, so I'm good for like the next couple years.
Well, somebody was saying it's going to be on par with the NVIDIA card, but I was like, but it's not going to have ray tracing. So it's
that's the big caveat. If you are not doing the same shit they're doing, then you're not competing at this point.
Yeah,
ray tracing's a bunch of bullshit anyway. It looks nicer, but it bogs your
performance. It's really not.
It's not bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It bogs the fuck out of your performance.
No, it doesn't.
Hold on.
Whenever you transition to something new, it's going to be that.
Nobody saw the press conference that they just did last week.
Wait. That shit is real. I agree with that. But of course it's going to bog down performance because there's no way to render it correctly just yet. And the video is attempting to do
That's
that.
What
That's why people who are buying it right now are dumb.
And here's my thing about that.
But see, look, if they don't buy it now,
then there's never an adoption of that.
It's going to die out. Nobody wants it, so
no one buys it. They don't know how to figure it out. And
from all the people I know who play on PC, they even said the RTX is a waste of fucking time.
That's what DLSS is for, the artificial intelligence that's inside the motherfucking chip.
Here's my thing about that. They can say that if they feel it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. But on the same token of that, they cannot complain when shit doesn't get picked up, and then they're complaining. It's about pushing the medium forward. And I understand that people think they're too expensive. Hell, I think they're too expensive. I understand
they definitely are.
They're definitely too expensive. But the problem is you have to compete in spite of that. You have no excuse. If you see they're doing ray tracing, match that. You have to match them every turn. Because AMD cannot beat them unless they match them and beat them. That's the only way to
do something they not doing.
Yeah.
Did with
the CPUs, they saw, they going for higher clock speed. Let's go more cores.
Here's my thing. There's nothing wrong with that because the fucking what's the name of the CPUs?
Ryzen.
The Ryzen CPUs are fine. You know why? Because Intel fucked up when they made the 9900 series of processors. They have no hyper threading. They're taking an L, and they feel that fucking heat on their neck. They know somebody breathing down their neck like a fucking grizzly bear. They feel that shit. AMD has no excuse if they can compete in CPUs and all that fucking computing jazz in the CPU market.
At the end of the day, it's not about making excuses. It's about the companies choosing not to go in that direction.
And my thing is that nobody should complain. Also,
yeah.
I had
that.
Wait, I had Strat music. Hold on. Strat, you good?
Well, my thing is
You haven't been there this whole time.
I fucked up, dog.
my thing is how's innovation supposed to happen if people don't try it? If everyone says that ray tracing is a waste of time and no one does it, then nothing ever gets done with it. And then you're like, well, what happened to ray tracing? People abandoned it. Like it's gonna, not to mention most new technology, that's just how they are. It's always expensive at first.
But most people on PC are trying to at least push more towards 4K. If you go from what I've been hearing of ray tracing, and I could be totally wrong on this, but ray tracing bogs your performance down to where if you're really going to take advantage of it, you got to go back down to 1080p.
So
No,
absolutely.
that's not true.
So y'all telling me absolutely nobody in this podcast watched the press they did. The press.
No,
I watched
did.
I watched
it.
No, I didn't.
But here's my thing. I watched
I
that,
never
but
watched
I don't take what they're saying because their metrics are always going to be skewed towards who? Them.
Yeah.
I wait, and when I look at the independent reviewers, like Linus and the rest of them, I use Linus even though he's like the third person I watch in a row if I'm looking for this shit. When I look at what they say, it usually matches up to a degree. Sometimes there are variances in opinion and stuff. It lines up to what NVIDIA says 90% of the time. Actually, 85%. 85% of the time, it matches up. If anybody disagrees with it, go ahead and disagree right now because I promise you, if y'all watch the same people I do, which I'm pretty sure 90% of y'all do, correct? Everybody watches Jays, everybody watches Paul, everybody watches Kyle, everybody watches these people.
Yeah, most of y'all on my watch,
Yeah, then we can all agree that NVIDIA, if they're doing something, then they're doing it for a reason. I understand that it's unfair because this is the thing. This is the first time that people have accused NVIDIA of doing something that's unfair to change the goalposts or move the goalposts. Yes, they do that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because no matter what happens, this is still like the way technology moves is still going towards that direction anyway. The only thing AMD can do is compete and match them tit for tat and be better than. Because this is the thing. This is the problem. AMD is at a point where they could be 300 to like cheaper and people will still buy those NVIDIA cards over them. That's the reason I'm saying they have to match and beat it. They have no option anymore.
But my thing, I feel like they did ray tracing wrong. Like instead of Battlefield, pick a single player, like a game, like
Yeah,
if they
because
had
who
like
the
the
fuck's
order.
going to care about ray tracing in a competitive game?
Yeah, like if you said like something like the order, where it's like it's a slowdown, like you look at stuff, look at the environment, or like
Battlefield is literally
Dark
one of the
Souls.
most taxing games on the market, though.
You
Literally,
gotta understand that's
like
the
Dark Souls or something, but that
engine
should
is
be
the
lit,
one of the
bro.
only engines for it.
Hold on, let me shout out to Trago. That's the homie right there. Let me just handle some stuff.
Plus, also, the ray tracing isn't the big thing that they're trying to draw people into. It's ray tracing along with the DLSS. That's what, when ray tracing was announced, nobody wanted to pay attention to because they wanted to down ray trace. The DLSS is basically giving you the performance that you would get without ray tracing even being on, with ray tracing on. But the artificial intelligence is doing the ray tracing instead of your GPU. It's like you don't sacrifice any performance at all. In fact, with DLSS on in some games, you actually get a boost to performance.
Well, I ain't gonna fall into that because these companies like to spread their bullshit. So,
but no, that's the thing. I've watched videos of DLSS in action. It's not in almost anything because nobody hasn't really taken advantage of it yet. But DLSS is what makes the big difference with the ray tracing card.
Wait. In Trago, I'm not saying that price performance isn't fucked. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is, no matter what they do, in AMD's case, that's the reason I have the skew towards AMD because AMD has the issue here. It's not NVIDIA to a degree. Even though NVIDIA is doing all of this fuck shit, it's on AMD to execute.
AMD doesn't want to compete with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I cannot fault somebody who's taking advantage of what somebody's giving them. That's like, if somebody's taking advantage of what I'm giving them, that's on me at that point. Nobody else. I can only do so. Like, go ahead, Jigga. Go ahead.
I think it might be that they don't care about the GPU market. Like they realize that the CPU market could probably make them more money than the GPU market, so they're trying to get people who get it, but it's like they're not really aiming for that market. Like I really feel like that's what it is. Like they don't really care about it that much.
I can
That's
see
why
that.
people still use AMD CPUs in consoles.
But the good
All
thing,
three of them.
the good thing about the RTX cards is you don't have to buy them. Like that's the great thing about PCs. You get to choose whether or not you want to buy those cards or not. So at the end of the day, AMD could show whatever card they want. Intel can show a card. At the end of the day, we need that competition, and we're gonna win regardless because we make the choices on what we want to put in our
I mean,
rigs.
are we gonna win? Nah, I don't know, bro.
I agree with
If the choice is between shit and trash,
shit. Trash.
it ain't that
Well,
much of a
we don't
choice,
know what
bro.
Intel's gonna release though.
We'll see. They have the old AMD dude who
Yeah,
did.
that's what I was saying. Raji
I
Kaduri
don't
or
like,
something.
and that's my thing is he made one of the kind of meh AMD cards. So I'm like, I'll wait and see. I'll really wait to see how that works out.
Well, let's move on because I feel like we're gonna be going around in a circle.
Oh no,
doing the
bro.
same thing.
No, Jigga knows I'll fight over AMD. Like I love AMD to death because I love AMD and Nvidia equally because of what they've done for the GPU market. But I think
I
like
love the Ryzen CPU.
I need
My
to be like
1700X. God.
say somebody a box. I'm the boxing coach. I'm in the ear like you punk bitch. Wake the fuck up. That's me. But we gonna move on
I'm
to
still
the
mad, I'm still mad they ain't show enough about the 3000 series though.
it is what it is.
CPUs, bro. I need some more information.
Yeah, we'll probably get some of the text, but
I'm
moving
not
on.
worried about new CPUs until like 4 years.
The Division
Nah,
2
bruh.
is Steam for the Epic's Game Store on PC.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I don't see what the issue is with that.
Yeah, and Epic Games just like updated their refund policy to match Steam, so it's not a big issue. Originally, at first, I was kind of mad at it just because I buy everything on Steam, but really thinking about it, it's good that it's being competitive. But the Division 2 is probably going to be a game I buy on console anyway.
But I'm
Because
confused. Are they not putting it on their own?
It's probably going to be on Uplay.
it's going to be on Uplay.
Wait, why would they not put it on Uplay?
Yeah.
Why they like hyping it up like it's something different? Like
Because it's not on Steam. I mean,
Yeah.
because even though you buy it from Epic, it's not like you escaping Uplay's launcher.
Yeah.
that's
And that's the reason why I don't play
dumb.
Ubisoft games on PC, because when you have two DRMs running at once, the performance kind of goes to shit.
It really doesn't, but okay.
Well,
No,
no,
I
because
have to
Assassin's
agree.
Creed was one of
Assassin's
the
Creed
reasons-
is like that.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is really bad for that.
Odyssey
I
and
can-
Origin both run like shit, bro.
Exception, not the rule. Origin
No,
runs
I mean,
like
it's
shit
still
on
an
Uplay
example.
itself. You don't just because you bought it off Steam doesn't mean that Assassin's Creed just doesn't generally run like shit on PC.
No, but the DRMs that are running in the background are what is causing those
No,
games
that's
not to run well
not
on
what's causing
PC.
it to run. I own the game on Uplay and it still runs like shit on PC.
Look, I don't know what it is. All I know is the game runs like shit.
Assassin's Creed is the exception, not the rule.
Like, don't most Ubisoft games just run bad in general?
Only one that runs
Nah, just
decently.
Assassin's Creed. All the rest of them work fine. Far
Well-
Cry
well-
works amazing.
What the fuck is that for?
Rainbow Six works amazing.
I was in the bathroom.
The Division is
Right.
fucking amazing.
Yo,
All
a guy
those
can't
games
wash his
fine.
hands. God damn.
This man is Strat. Dog.
I
This is what he
swear to God,
doing.
This man can't wash
Like,
his
mute
hands.
yourself if you're gonna wash your hands,
Up,
dog.
up. This thing's gonna be
Oh,
on for like
man.
a second.
He said he doing it because of Sentry that muted them whole podcast, so he got to
Oh
get
my
his
God.
time in.
Man, that's on him for
Y'all gotta
doing all that
calm
wild shit in the back.
yourselves.
Hey man, he was talking to his girl, dog. Oh man,
He really was, but we're gonna fall back. Getting back on topic, but to be honest, Epic Game Store, I like having options, GOG, Epic Game Store, Uplay, Origin, whatever. Cool. Have no problem with that. I wonder, the only thing I wonder about is how well that game will sell on the Epic Game Store. That's the only question I have.
I mean, Division's probably going to be more popular on consoles anyway.
True.
Let's be honest, it's a
Yeah.
multiplayer game.
Ugh.
But like, we gotta expose the PC guys that are saying exclusives are a very bad thing. Yet they want to praise the Epic Game Store for having another platform to like compete with Steam. Like, you can't just sit there and go from saying, "Oh, consoles exclusives and exclusives in general are bad," but yet you're gonna praise the Epic Game Store. It doesn't work like that.
Look, Epic Game Store gave me free games, so I'm good, bro. I don't care.
I haven't
Steam never
really
gave me
used much
shit
of
free.
Epic, but
Steam never gave me shit free, so fuck Steam.
I want to try Hades though.
I don't see how that's an exclusive, but no.
Well, no, what you're not understanding is PC guys are like the bigger ones, like Top Hats and like Fertang and all that. They want to whine, bitch, and complain about exclusives being a thing in the console market. Yet, whenever you have a different platform come out and have things like the Division being exclusive to a platform like Epic Games, they're going to sit there and praise that because they know that they're trying to compete with Steam. Think of the platforms on PC as basically their own.
Well, he don't mean
consoles.
exclusive.
No,
he mean
why
it's
would
just
you do
exclusive
that?
from Steam.
Why would
Here's
you
my-
do that? That's a ridiculous way to think about it. What the
Yeah, that's
hell?
how they think. But even still, like first and foremost,
Like even Bond said something like that, and it makes totally sense.
That doesn't mean it's not a ridiculous way to think about it.
Well, no, because they're gonna whine, bitch, and
why
complain
we-
that
Why we
games
bringing
are exclusive on a platform. Yet when a game comes and is now being exclusive to Epic Games like Hades, they are going to praise that because they are competing with Steam.
Okay, so you just
why do we worry about what they saying?
Wait.
People
So
in this community are full of
because
fraud.
everybody else in this podcast wants to point out, like,
no, I get what he's saying. Keep the same energy. I get it.
Yeah, keep the same fucking energy.
That's not our people, though.
Well, it doesn't matter. We got to keep that same energy around all of us, and all of us play on PC, and they're making PC people look like dumbasses.
Okay, that's fine, but that's not us.
Oh my god,
we don't care what they're saying.
Then why the hell are you gonna expose everybody else?
Who am I exposing?
I think it was like Rage 2 on PC. If anybody buys that game on PC, I don't fuck with you. Why are you concerned about that?
Oh, okay. I feel like that's
within my community, though. I'm not bringing in outside people and talking about how they feel about it. Those people ain't got nothing to do with us. Do you not see
Apparently, other people are.
Okay.
I'm talking about this industry in general.
I don't want to wait for my life.
Anyways, let's move on.
We want to be detached from Crumbside, but we still talking about Crumbside people. All right.
Whoa, we out.
I never said anything about that. I don't give a fuck what community I'm a part of.
Whoa, calm the fuck down.
You really?
No, I'm not mad
today, huh?
Y'all chill the fuck out. I'm trying to go to the next topic. Niggas yelling. Calm the fuck down. Marvel is teasing something fantastic for Spider-Man PS4 coming apparently real soon. All I thought this was the Future Foundation outfit for Spider-Man. That was it. If they do more content for Spider-Man, that's hype. Anybody else care?
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. This is going to be Future Foundation skin. Nothing more, nothing less, because they're focusing Fantastic Four bringing that into mobile games now. And that's what you just got to expect. There's not going to be any story expansions because they've said they're not doing anything story expansion. Maybe a possibility that you see the Baxter building within Spider-Man PS4, but other than that, you're not going to see anything else. And Future Foundation skin.
I wonder why they doing it though.
Because they got the rights back.
Yeah, because they got the rights back.
Yeah, but they're not making no money off of it, so why do it? Like,
Hold on, they have the movie rights back. I need to make that distinction because people confuse stuff. Marvel
have the character rights and not.
They always own the character rights regardless. They don't.
No. What I'm trying to say is they stopped the comic runs and everything when Fox
wanted
to make any deals with them. Yeah, exactly. So, since they're getting it back now, they're like,
now we fuck
overboard on it.
Yeah.
Like, if they do not own the movie rights at that moment in time, they do not fuck with it. They look at it like it's a redheaded stepchild. Ask the X-Men, they know all about that. The only one who didn't feel that way was Wolverine, but he Wolverine. So yeah.
But it's like I said. I mean, Fantastic Four. They're pushing that into the not movie games, into the mobile games, and they're gonna push that into, some form into the Spider-Man PS4 game, and maybe in the future with the Avengers project, and you never know, you might see them in there as well.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3,
Oh, you
Or in that game, what's that mobile game that's being made by those ex-Blizzard devs, like Double Dinner, whatever they're
Second Dinner.
Second Dinner, yeah, they're the ones that are making.
Yeah, I've been looking into them, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a mobile, console game. It looks to be a mobile game.
Yeah, they said it's a mobile game. It's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's going to be a card game.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they could implement some movie stuff into that if you think about it.
Please no. No.
I agree with that.
No,
One thing I've hated recently is how Marvel Comics is kind of turning into MCU, and I don't like that. But we're gonna move on to something hilarious. Razer Turret keyboard page. So, what's up? Nobody said anything. Okay.
Are you serious?
Razer Turret keyboard page showed mouse and keyboard support for Gears 5, and there's a rumor. I think it's been debunked, right? That Gears Tactics is heading to Xbox One.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was listed as a mistake.
Can I just keep it $150?
Who the fuck's gonna play Gear Tactics on Xbox?
Motherfucker, I
Who's
would play.
coming to Game
Why
Pass?
wouldn't you though?
I like
Yeah.
fucking XCOM type games. That look like XCOM to me, baby.
I'd play it.
If
But
I
I'm
get-
mainly talking about the Xbox fans out there, the fanboys,
Eh,
who are really wanting this fake hyping, wanting this game, but they're not gonna play.
Ooh, jig it.
Oh, I would definitely not play that, but it ain't my type of game. But if it's on Game Pass, then I give it a try.
It'll probably be on Game Pass day one, maybe. But yeah, I mean,
What the fuck?
I'm gonna give it $150. What the hell?
What the hell?
Oh,
Oh shit!
Wait, what happened?
Game Inspector tripping.
Yep.
Why you look like Russell Westbrook? Wait a minute.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
man,
I cut my hair. I don't have locks no more.
All right, what's good, Russ? Now, moving on though. Can we keep it $150 about Gears 5 though?
try
That
it.
game ain't.
Like, to be honest, Gears 5, like, I looked at that as being a next gen game. I don't see that
Oh,
being
it's dropping this year. They already said that, but
it's going to be a this gen game.
yeah, it's coming out towards the end of this year already.
The
They
one
already,
that's being speculated of being next gen is the next Halo.
Oh, but it's like
Yeah.
the one thing
That'll
I
be- that'll
like
be
about
crossplay.
Gears. The one thing about Gears is that they better not screw up their multiplayer and the community they have, because they did that with Gears 4.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be true.
I mean, the problem with wait, I can explain what happened. Gears 4 has the problem of there's not really much you can really do anymore with Gears multiplayer or single player.
Yeah.
They've done it all already.
Let's add battle royale.
Oh god.
You can leave. You can leave. Stop
That's
it.
that's a joke. Calm the fuck
Hey
down.
man. Hey man. That's what you get for trying to make franchises run before after the shit's done. Kind
No,
of
and this is like for Gears, they don't need battle royale, right? But it's like if they implement it into this game, I think it's game over.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's what they're gonna they need to do.
I know.
But I
I
do
know.
agree that they need to find a way to reinvent their multiplayer.
There's-
Yeah.
Because people get pissed off oh, I don't like Halo 5 because of the sprinting and all that shit. I'm like, I respect it because at least they're trying to do something different with Halo. They need to try to keep that, try to do something different with Gears.
Hey,
The problem-
regardless
Wait,
of-
The problem is they already did that though. That's the whole issue with Gears. Y'all have to realize before Gears 4 dropped, there's already been 4 Gears games. There's 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. With Judgment, they tried to do something different. It didn't work out. The whole issue is now there's nowhere to really go. You've done it all. There's no real expansion on what you can do with that formula.
I think more people are concerned about the campaign being different than the multiplayer, and that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing at least. A lot of people are saying that they need to, they need to do something different within the campaign and really do something different story wise for Gears to be relevant. Multiplayer, I could take it or leave it with Gears. I like it, but I've been hearing more concerned about the campaign for Gears 5 than the multiplayer.
I know Hardhead don't fuck with Gears because he Uncharted stand, but I'm making fun of you. Calm down. It ain't this serious. But at this point, there's the problem with Gears from the jump is 1, 2, 3, cool. I feel like a lot of people were done back in 2011 when Gears 3 dropped. We were all done. It was like, okay, we got through the story. We did what he came here to do. And then Judgment dropped. I'm like, Judgment's not really that fun. It does some interesting things, but it really doesn't add anything of note.
I like the story though.
Yeah, the story's all right, but Strat, you can agree with this. Gears 4 is pretty much perfect in terms of multiplayer. There's not really much more they can really do.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe add more game modes. That's about it.
Nah,
But that's the issue though with the Gears. The Gears fan base in terms of multiplayer is very, in terms of palette, they don't like certain shit. If you
Six
add,
shotgun.
Well, that's
is
their
bad.
too much
option to
modes.
play that mode.
but that's the thing. If they add something and it doesn't get played, they're gonna have to take it out. That's the whole issue that certain game types that were in Judgment in 3 haven't come back ever again. Like the community, like if the community does not fuck with something, oh, they let it be known, and they ain't exactly nice about letting it be known. They'll tell you, listen, I ain't seen wild shit. Gears community, wild. That's all I know.
I feel as if they shouldn't make it cross-platform, cross-play between PC and Xbox. That is something I don't want to see, because when you do cross-play with Gears 5, it kind of screws the people, the community, like the community get really angry about that. Oh, you're doing this, and oh, you're doing this.
I'm sorry. If you
Don't they already do that with
no.
Gears 4?
Gears
Yeah.
4 crossplay wasn't that
If
bad.
you're
to me.
complaining, you're a fucking weirdo. Because
I mean, you really don't.
matter.
Other than
Yeah, it doesn't
aiming,
matter.
you really don't benefit
No.
from using a mouse and keyboard with Gears. Other
The
than
aiming
aiming.
is
Yeah, like that's it. Like
Yeah.
movement with Gears, movement is very controller based. Like you, in order to wall bounce, you can't do
Yeah.
that on the mouse.
Warband's King, it's just one of my mates is Gears Pro, and he was saying as well that Gears 5 better be good this year compared to last year. At least they put more content out, and at least give us something to give the community not to be toxic, but at least they are there for the community to, as a feedback and shit. So like how Epic is doing with Fortnite. So
The only thing I have to complain about with Gears multiplayer, and this is mainly coming from 4, I enjoy it, but like I think they should make it less more about of a shotgun game, because everybody's pulling out fucking shotguns.
Yeah.
It won't work. They've already tried.
No. It won't.
No, hold on, Strat. What happened in Gears 3 when they tried to make the Lancer one of the primary weapons? It didn't work, right?
No, it did not.
Like
Gears
they've already
UE is the
tried.
best. Between Gears 4 and Gears UE, Gears
Gears UE is trash. I'm sorry. Gears UE has a lot of issues that people don't like to talk about. Their game is not that good. I'm sorry.
I'm ready for Gears Pop.
What?
We out. We're done with this topic. Move on. Say Gears Pop.
Let's talk about next topic.
Next topic. Hey, who in here like PlayStation? I need somebody to pretend to be a PlayStation stand for a second.
Well, I've got.
They're all
PlayStation,
right.
so-
They're okay.
Hey, Game Inspection, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, be a PlayStation stand right quick for me.
Man,
PlayStation,
you gotta be a PlayStation stand. The fuck,
I said right quick. You're not an actual PlayStation. I just need you to
man. All
pretend.
right, whatever. What's up?
Right, so PlayStation 4 has reached 100 million. Well, it is in reach of 100 million sales. They are at 91.6 million, I think, and so 5 million this holiday.
That's great. Yes, Sony, you're killing it. Amazing.
Damn.
Who the fuck cares about sales? Who the fuck cares about sales?
It's okay. So
I ain't gonna name no names, but I know a group of people who care about sales.
Like,
all
shout
right.
out to Alex. He had the best analogy on this.
all right, I'm half and half one. Okay, I don't care about console sales, but I do care about game sales.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds kind of crazy for me to say, but I'll put it to you this way. I like F-Zero, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't gotta say nothing else.
I'll fuck with F-Zero too.
That's all I gotta say.
Like, talking about sales in terms of like moving the industry forward, that's fine and everything, but everybody's making a huge fucking deal about it. Just like, who the fuck cares?
The only reason I even care a lot is because no console since really the Wii, and even the Wii, when we talk about the Wii, we have to understand that in the context of when the Wii dropped, it made 100 million based off of a gimmick, which is no issue in my opinion, but a lot of people find issue with that. The only console to do 100, the only people to do 100 million damn near every gen has been Sony. They're the only people to go back to back and win both gens they were in. And then PS2 is by far the greatest console to ever be. That's an undisputed fact. I look at this and I'm like, cool, whatever. I don't really care that much. Good on Sony for rebounding from the PS3.
Now, as somebody whose PS4 was my first Sony console, I'm very impressed, and I'm definitely looking forward to PS5.
Oh,
The
man.
PS5 isn't backwards compatible. I don't know what to say. That's good.
That makes no sense because they're on the same architecture. They wouldn't change.
Yeah, they would be retarded not to add that.
Them discs gonna work day one. I promise you that. But
if not, there's gonna be hellfire.
But yeah, we go from that topic and to Vibe announced it. announced more consumer-friendly headsets and eye tracking models for the higher-end variants. Anybody gonna buy a Vive or Oculus anytime soon, or y'all just gonna stick with VR?
No.
I've
I
tried
don't-
an Oculus before. I had to return it just because my
Eventually.
room's not the best for that type of VR setup, and VR just kind of gets me sick. Maybe I'll try PlayStation VR again, but other than that, I don't care.
I don't care much for VR because I mean half the games I play don't even have VR games, and it's just not a thing I do. So whatever.
If you want a fun ass VR game though, Space Pirate Simulator and Drunken Bar Fight. Those games are
I would
so
also
cool.
heavily suggest Astrobot Rescue Mission.
But
Best-
that's only on PlayStation though, right?
we said I'm talking VR in general.
Oh, all right.
All right, so that's VR. So last topic. Anybody got anything else before I end on this last topic and we get to free talk shit?
Nah.
Is my man Strat here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Strat, we got to talk about something before January 21st comes, and I'm the undisputed winner, dog.
Oh shit!
I forgot about the bet.
So we already know where most people play their games this generation, right, Strat? Can you tell me where that is, my guy?
Oh my boy,
What do you mean? We talk. What's this whole?
What most people play their games this generation, Strat? Can you tell me that?
Right?
Oh yeah. And PlayStation Blog did a little post. I believe this was yesterday. And they listed the top 10 downloads of the entire year. That means all of 2018, Strat. Ain't that amazing?
No. But there is one topic. If you don't mind me talking about what's it called, Sentry.
Hold on, let them finish this first.
Yeah, I want them to fight.
They ain't gonna fight. Somebody owes somebody some money.
Strat, if you want, I can name off the top 5 if you like, man.
Go right ahead, man.
So coming in at number 5, to no one's surprise, with Grand Theft Auto 5, you know that game is just selling like wildfire, even to this day. Strat, ain't that amazing, man?
It is.
Oh, who's going to a fucking aquarium right now?
That would be Redhood.
And then at number 4, we got the undisputed game of the year, the game that no one's gonna call the game of the generation. You know what game that is, Strat?
What?
That's God of War, man.
Hold on.
And number 3,
I gotta
we got this was a topic earlier. We was talking about that new suit coming to that game, Spider-Man at number 3, Strat.
The Virgin Raimi suit.
Yeah, that's no surprise. That's no surprise, right, Strat? Number 3, it's no surprise, right? Spider-Man. Yeah. And then coming in at we're just gonna skip number 2. Coming in at number 1, Strat. Can you guess what game was the number 1 most downloaded game in all of 2018, Strat?
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh man, Strat, that was Call of Duty Black Ops, man.
Okay.
Black Ops 4, Strat. Now, mind you, this only the sales, Strat, so I don't even know if this really counts, but it kind of gives us a little insight, don't you think?
I mean, I suppose.
Oh man,
Hold on, Hardhead. I just want you to realize that the best
That
selling,
sounds like he's buttered right now.
the most downloaded game in December was PUBG. So you holding the L still.
I mean, we still waiting until the 21st. That's when it's official. That's when
the 21st. Hold on. As the neutral party, I will be telling y'all what each game sold.
That's when Matt P gonna let us know on the 21st what's really good, dog. What's really good. But I'm just saying it gives us a good little insight, don't you think, Strat?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so too.
So you got your $60 ready, right?
Hey, man, I'm a man of my word.
I got mine put to the side too, dog. I'm just letting you know.
I'm still on Strat side, 100%.
What was the bet?
Finally home. Okay, cool.
Between
I've always been
Black Ops
home.
4 and Red Dead, which one would sold more by I think it was February, but we go ahead and call it 21st.
No, it was just the 3 months after it came out.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
So,
I said February though, so yeah.
So when we get the December NPDs, that's when we're gonna know.
Yeah, so if Red Dead topped the month, you fucked.
Well, not the month, year to date. That's what we're going by, right? Because it's all 3 months.
Wait, shouldn't it be for January though? Because that's the actual 3 months. Because
we doing
it came out the 21st of October.
No, because we counted October, so October, November, December. That would be because we're counting from launch.
We discussed that we was counting October straight.
Yeah, we did. I made sure to do
But-
that, so there was no funny business.
Didn't the game come out the tail end of October though?
You said you was fine with that.
No. And straight, it did. It somehow still outsold Black Ops.
Yup, and it's still
I
also
mean,
Black Ops that month.
I mean, we'll see.
They're probably
Hey,
gonna
man,
lose
it
regardless.
is-
But
You
It
did
is
say
what it
you was
is.
fine with including that month, though, Strat. I'm just
Hey,
being
I'm fine.
honest with you,
I am fine with it, man.
Listen,
bro.
they can
I
go
mean,
back.
I
what are you gonna
disagree
use with that
Carl.
$60, Hardhead?
I don't know, dog.
You gonna buy Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yes.
Probably not.
Wow.
Yo, No More Heroes comes out next week though. I'm about to cop that.
That sounds like a cop. Taladia, what you was gonna say, buddy?
Right. So, we talked about this on the Overlevel podcast about the recent tweet coming from Roger Craig Smith, him in a booth with Tara Strong and Grey Delias, and it looks to me that looks to be a possibility of an Arkham game in the works with the voice actors. So
Another Arkham game.
For real, I'd rather have a different DC hero game.
yeah, I know.
As much as I love the Arkham series. But
Well, me and Red, we were like talking about this before. Me and Red heard on Tuesday. We were just like thinking, well, they're gonna do an Arkham game this year, and then next year will be something else, and then the year after it'll be a Superman probably.
well,
So,
is that gonna be another prequel game? Because we all
Yeah.
should know the ending to Arkham Knight.
yeah, it's a prequel
Yeah.
game. Yeah, according to what I've been told, it's gonna be a Arkham Origins sequel type of game, and that it's going to feature Court of Owls. Something to do with Court of Owls.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that for some time too.
Oh my gosh. But
R2D2's in here.
yeah, whoever said my mic sounded like I was underwater, I'm pretty sure that was
No,
game
that was game
inspection.
inspection.
No, I
So
figured-
I need anyone to apologize
Yeah,
for
but,
that
like,
slander.
That
here.
wasn't me. I was.
Fuck
I was
you.
just-
I ain't apologize for no slander. You catch that shit.
Yeah, Mike is fuck the game. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, it's a prequel, but it's going to feature Court of Owls, and apparently it's going to feature Roger Craig Smith coming back. Apparently, no Kevin Conroy, unfortunately. No Mark Hamill. Boo.
I mean,
It is what it is.
probably be more expensive to get them on.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, we don't need the Joker again in another game, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
No, we
yeah,
do. We do.
yeah. What do you mean we do?
Yeah, I
We do,
gotta
dog.
say, who was talking that Kingdom Hearts slander about the epilogue and secret cutscene, because that's always been
Can
in
I
every
just
other
say-
Kingdom Hearts games, as well as you have to unlock it through a higher difficulty or completing the optional things. So I don't
Right.
understand why some people were thinking that would lead to possibilities of selling that as possible DLC stuff. I think that was Hardhead. I'm not gonna fight
Before
about
we,
that.
before we
Definitely not what
continue
I
on with
said.
anything Kingdom Hearts, I just want to say it's trash.
That's definitely not what I
Smack you
said.
around. I'm
Who
smack
said
you
it
around.
was trash?
That is all.
Strat, of course.
Okay.
Is it because the game's too hard?
Probably for him.
I mean, Jack Boo was getting clapped in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, he was. Everybody Sleep was getting clapped in critical mode
Shit
too.
about us on Twitter.
Yeah, but that's definitely not what I said, though.
No,
What you say, Hardhead?
All I said was I think that if it was any other game, people would be upset that you have to.
No, that made no sense.
But you're not paying
I
for
didn't
it.
even. I didn't even
Like-
finish what I was saying.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Nah, it's fine, dog. I don't. Leave it alone. Kingdom Hearts stands are fucking ridiculous, dog.
Oh man, here we go again.
I'm looking forward to playing it, but like somebody's gonna tell me, no, you got to play the other ones first. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not about
Yeah,
that
spending a lot of
story.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Redhood, did you tell these guys about what's it called?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
who getting stumped out, dog?
Did you tell them about the bet that we have?
I forgot even the bet we were gonna have.
Oh,
I know it was
man.
caught in audio and video, but what was the bet?
It was that about a game that if it doesn't come out.
Oh, Death Stranding coming out in 2019. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
it's coming out in 2019.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
told
something
him if
like
it doesn't come out in 2019, he has to subscribe to somebody that I choose. And Jigga got involved, and then I told Jigga.
Yeah,
as well.
basically, if Taladia loses the bet, he has to subscribe to Jig on Twitch.
Red, let's go. You can win that bet.
Oh man.
But Jigga is on the bet where if this Death Stranding doesn't come out in 2019, I forgot why he was a part of the bet.
Oh no, I just joined in.
He just went in. I completely forgot why.
He went in on it, so it's just like, yeah, this is happening.
Oh, this new shirt on the Yeti's sweet.
But
all I can say is Daddy Senpai is gonna make us proud.
Whoa!
Dude, please stop with that.
I beg your pardon.
Please stop.
I had to. I fucking had to. Dude, last podcast I said that shit.
We out. But last time before we get the fuck up out of here, Corey Barlog, whatever his name is this week. Barlog. I probably said it right. Hopefully, if I call whatever. He said that his idea for DLC was too ambitious. Oh shit! Hold on, I'm picking shit up off the floor. Like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he had strippers in it.
Oh man.
Yeah, strippers. What are you talking about, dude?
That would be lit, dog.
Why would you need strippers?
Viking strippers?
And what? His son's gonna get part of that?
Hey, after you save the Valkyries,
come over here, son.
no, after you save the Valkyries, they turn to strippers, dog.
And then his son's over there too, and he's like, "Son, boy, come over here.
I'm gonna make you.
Look at these Valkyries."
Whoa, y'all doing too much.
What's the credit you get for the armor? He make it rain on them hoes. Oh man.
Who's playing a game? I can hear something.
Oh man, it's probably me beating me.
I'll be playing the long game.
Basically, So basically, he wanted to do like a standalone, but it was like way too ambitious. So basically, that shit gonna be the same game. So yeah, it was too big. Pause. But yeah,
too big.
Yeah, he said he wanted to basically make a standalone God of War game. I'm like, bitch. Like basically, everybody in the studio looked at him like, bitch, if you don't fucking calm the fuck down.
So is all that shit that we saw, is that gonna be in like second one or
what? You talking about the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it true though? Bigger is better.
I'm walking away from that when it ends the podcast on that note. Thank you for watching.
You seeing Daddy Senpai after you, dog.
Oh my god.
Listen.
Thank you. Hey, did I do my fucking outros? God damn.
No.
Wrap it up.
So thank you for watching Usual Suspects. I'm gonna choke you, chicken. Podcast for the 11th of January in 2019. I'm your host, Sentry. I want to thank y'all for watching. Please remember to leave a like if you feel so inclined. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you feel inclined to, leave a like. Make sure to comment on the video. And with that, we are going to start from the right side instead of the left side like we did the podcast. Taladia outro.
This has been your boy Taladia Plays. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, which is at mtaladia, and also check out my YouTube channel, which is at Taladia Plays, where I'll be doing more Arkham related stuff on my channel. Hopefully soon I'll be doing a collab with Redhood, and we'll be talking about possible announcement dates. So hopefully soon. And yeah, I'll pass on to the next person.
Oh man, hey Redhood, since you wasn't here the whole podcast, you getting docked. I'm taking 3 of your imaginary bison dollars from you.
Oh shit!
Where can I find you, Redhood?
What do you want to say? I apologize for everyone coming late. Had to do with family errands, and that couldn't be helped.
You said everyone coming like you came late, dog.
What?
I was like,
he tried
people
to
in here.
Everybody was late. I
didn't even know everybody was late. I thought.
Oh my god! You were
late.
No. Basically, what happened is you tried to imply that we were all late when it was only
wait,
you.
what? No, I was trying to say, I apologize to everyone that I was late.
My man, tired.
Okay, do you outro it?
All I gotta say is I apologize for being late. Had some family stuff to do, but it was very short notice. But everyone can check me out at my YouTube channel at Redhood420. Also on Twitch at Redhood420. We're live streaming Yakuza 0, and not gonna lie, that game is pretty dope, and it feels like very anime-esque with the like twists and turns that you don't freaking expect. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Every fucking time during that stream. But and as well as we hit the 100 Twitter follower mark, so I'm happy about that. So you can follow me on Twitter at Redhood240, and make sure to like this video, share the podcast with everyone, so everyone can enjoy what we have to say, as well as about Hideo Kojima being a daddy senpai. So
no, he's not. Anyway, Melodic.
Yeah, Melodic.
Thanks for coming into Usual Suspects Podcast. I'm Melodic Punk. You can find me on Twitch at at Twitter at the Melodic Punk, and Twitch and YouTube at Melodic Punk. I don't think my YouTube channel is in the description on Usual Suspects, but it don't matter as much.
Listen, y'all lucky I did Twitters and Twitches. Y'all got enough for me, damn it.
Yeah, because I'm mainly focusing on going back and trying to do more video on demand content than streaming, just because I like to do the whole creative side. And yeah, I'm just enjoying Monster Hunter World. I'll probably do something with Travis Strikes Again when that comes out.
I'm offended by what he just said.
Yo, Jigga, give out your outro,
No,
bro.
He said I'm more the more creative side, like Twitch ain't creative.
No, I said I like the more creative side. I didn't say anything about me being
the more creative side. You saying Twitch ain't creative, but hey, man,
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
Dude, I'm fucking
Hey, Melodic, jump in there.
Twitch is way more creative than fucking YouTube.
Dude,
It really is.
It is what it is.
Anyways, it's Jigga.
I like editing. That's it.
Jigga. Hit me up on Twitch, Jiggaapril1, and Twitch Jiggaapril. Sorry.
All right, Hardhead.
Oh damn, I wasn't even done, dog.
Hardhead, turn your head right quick. Turn your head to the left.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Turn your head. Just turn your head. I'm trying to see something at the wall.
Don't do it.
I don't think you should, sir.
Don't you do it?
Damn, I'm trying to see the damn wall, and he won't let me see the wall.
Oh,
man.
Oh, you trying to see your
Why
wall?
I see building the wall.
walls. You got
All right,
one.
Hardhead, do your outro. You got something on your fucking green screen wall, by the way.
Go ahead, Strat.
Wait, I don't fucking see
That's a
it.
shadow.
He can't see us.
That's a shadow.
Someone's in his
okay.
room.
Okay, no, I thought it was something else. My bad. Go ahead, Strat.
It's a good podcast, everyone. I'm your favorite casual gamer here, signing off.
Oh man, game inspection.
Thanks for having me on. Be on the lookout. Hopefully I can have my God of War project video out before the 29th. And yeah, game inspection. Follow me on YouTube. Okay, that's it.
All right, Hardhead.
I'm good, dog.
He got his ass kicked on Creed, so we can
Come on,
say
this
that.
is your last year to grow on social media, and you're not taking advantage of that.
Yeah, dude. Man,
That's it,
I should
bro.
get drunk on
You know,
Twitch.
I'll do
dude.
his outro for him.
Oh man, y'all offensive. Y'all just killing this man now, saying he gonna down. Damn.
Damn.
What the hell is going
I have no clue.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I donated Hardhead, quite a bit of bits. During
I give him a lot of bits too.
Make sure you follow
that
him
was the
on
most
Twitter.
though.
Make sure you follow
Anywho.
Hardhead on Twitter, which is at Hardhead, but with the 7 and W and D. And make sure you follow his Twitch, which is Hardhead's same thing. And make sure you go check his stream out. He's getting his ass kicked on that, so you're going to be very entertained with his streams.
All right, that's the podcast for this week. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, everybody will at least drink some Ovaltine tea or whatever they call this shit. I don't know what the fuck Ovaltine is. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.